Welcome to another episode of Hollywood Scandals Uncovered, where we dive deep into the most shocking moments in celebrity history. Today, we're talking about the infamous incident involving Tom Hardy and Lorraine Kelly, that explosive on-air meltdown that had everyone buzzing. It all started on a seemingly ordinary morning in the ITV studios back in early 2025. Tom Hardy, the brooding star known for his intense roles in films like Venom and Mad Max, was scheduled to appear on Lorraine to promote his latest project, a gritty biopic about a troubled musician. Lorraine Kelly, the beloved Scottish presenter with her warm, chatty demeanor, had been hosting her show for decades, charming audiences with light-hearted interviews and feel-good segments. But on this day, things took a dramatic turn. Sources close to the production reveal that tensions were high even before the cameras rolled. Hardy, who has a reputation for being private and sometimes prickly with the press, arrived late to the set, reportedly frustrated by paparazzi hounding him outside. Kelly, ever the professional, tried to lighten the mood with her signature banter, but Hardy wasn't in the joking spirit. As the interview began, Kelly asked about his family life, a topic Hardy has always guarded fiercely. He responded curtly, steering the conversation back to his film, but Kelly persisted, probing into his personal struggles with anxiety and past addictions, which he had discussed in previous interviews but clearly wasn't keen to revisit that morning. The exchange grew heated when Kelly made a quip about his bad boy image, suggesting it was all for show. Hardy snapped back, accusing her of sensationalizing his life for ratings. The studio audience gasped as his voice rose, and Kelly, taken aback, tried to defuse the situation with a laugh. But Hardy wasn't having it. He stood up abruptly, muttering something about fake niceties, and stormed off the set mid-segment. Producers scrambled to cut to commercial, but not before the meltdown was captured live. Social media exploded within minutes, with clips going viral on X and TikTok. Fans were divided. Some defended Hardy, citing his known aversion to invasive questions, while others slammed him for disrespecting a national treasure like Kelly. ITV issued a statement later that day, downplaying the incident as a misunderstanding and emphasizing that both parties were fine. But insiders tell a different story. Hardy was allegedly booted from the building by security after refusing to apologize backstage. Kelly, ever gracious, addressed it on her next show, saying she held no grudges and wished him well. Yet, the fallout lingered. Hardy's publicist released a brief apology, claiming exhaustion from a grueling press tour, but rumors swirled that he faced backlash from studios wary of his temper. This wasn't the first time Hardy clashed with interviewers. Remember his tense exchange with a reporter at a Venom press junket, but this one felt personal. Lorraine's show, known for its cozy vibe, suddenly became the epicenter of tabloid frenzy. Newspapers splashed headlines like Hardy's hard exit and Lorraine's live nightmare. Viewers tuned in record numbers the following week, hoping for more drama. What really fueled the fire? Some speculated it was a buildup of personal stress. Hardy had just trapped a demanding shoot and was dealing with family matters. Others point to Kelly's style, which, while endearing, can sometimes cross into territory celebrities find uncomfortable. In the end, this meltdown highlighted the fragile line between entertainment and intrusion in celebrity interviews. It sparked debates about mental health in Hollywood and the pressures of live TV. Hardy bounced back, of course, with his film earning rave reviews, but the incident remains a cautionary tale. Stay tuned as we unpack more details in the next segment. Did Kelly really provoke him, or was it all an act? Let's explore the behind-the-scenes footage that leaked online, showing the moments leading up to the blow-up. Witnesses describe a palpable tension in the green room, where Hardy paced restlessly. Kelly's team had prepared questions, but perhaps they underestimated his mood. The live broadcast captured every awkward pause, every raised eyebrow. Post-incident, Hardy retreated from the spotlight for a few weeks, focusing on his charity work with animal rights. Kelly, meanwhile, used the buzz to her advantage, inviting mental health experts on her show to discuss celebrity pressures. The whole affair boosted ratings for both, proving that controversy sells. But at what cost? Hardy's fans rallied with #TeamTom, while Kelly's supporters flooded her with messages of solidarity. This clash underscored the human side of stars. They're not immune to bad days. As we wrap this paragraph, remember, Behind every headline is a story waiting to be told. Diving deeper into the Tom Hardy-Lorraine Kelly saga, let's examine the timeline of events that led to that fateful morning. It was January 15, 2025, a chilly day in London, when Hardy arrived at the television center for his 9 a.m. slot. He had flown in from Los Angeles just the night before, jet-lagged and irritable. His entourage noted he skipped breakfast, opting for black coffee instead. Kelly's show was in full swing, with segments on fashion and cooking preceding the interview. When Hardy took his seat on the plush sofa, the audience applauded warmly. Kelly greeted him with her trademark smile, complimenting his rugged look. The first few minutes went smoothly. They discussed his training regimen for the role, sharing laughs about his method acting quirks. But then came the pivot. Kelly brought up a recent tabloid story about his marriage to Charlotte Riley, asking if the rumors affected his work. Hardy's face hardened. He politely but firmly said he preferred not to discuss his private life. Undeterred, Kelly pressed on, saying viewers loved hearing about the real him. That's when the spark ignited. Hardy leaned forward, his voice low but intense. "The real me is the act you see on screen, not fodder for gossip." Kelly laughed it off, but Hardy didn't crack a smile. The conversation shifted to his past battles with substance abuse, a topic he had openly shared in his memoir. Kelly quoted a line from it, asking how he stays sober in Hollywood's party scene. Hardy accused her of twisting his words for drama, his tone escalating. The producer in the control room signaled to wrap it up, but it was too late. Hardy stood, removed his mic, and said, "I'm done with this charade." Before walking off, the camera panned to a stunned Kelly, who ad-libbed, "Well, that was unexpected." We'll be right back after these messages. Backstage chaos ensued. Hardy demanded his coat and left abruptly, ignoring pleas to return. Security escorted him out to avoid media frenzy at the exit. Kelly composed herself during the break, joking with her team about fiery guests. The clip hit the internet like wildfire, amassing millions of views in hours. Analysts pointed to cultural differences, Hardy's British reserve clashing with daytime TV's openness. Critics debated if Kelly overstepped. After all, her show thrives on personal anecdotes. Hardy later tweeted a cryptic message about boundaries, which fans interpreted as shade. ITV's PR machine went into overdrive, assuring advertisers no harm done. But whispers suggested Hardy was blacklisted from future appearances. In interviews post-incident, Kelly downplayed it, calling it a blip in a long career. Hardy, in a rare statement, admitted to overreacting due to fatigue. Yet, body language experts dissected the footage. Hardy's clenched fists, Kelly's wide eyes. This event echoed similar celebrity walk-offs, like Kanye West on Ellen or Joaquin Phoenix on Letterman. What sets this apart? The sheer unexpectedness. Hardy, usually composed, losing it on a feel-good show. Fan theories abound. Was it staged for publicity? Unlikely, given the genuine shock. Others blame the pressure of promoting a mid-awards season. Hardy's Oscar buzz for the biopic intensified scrutiny. Kelly, a veteran, handled it with poise, turning lemons into lemonade by dedicating a segment to respectful interviewing. The Meltdown spurred industry discussions on guest prep and trigger warnings. Months later, both thrived. Hardy's film grossed over $200 million. Kelly's ratings soared. But the scar remains a reminder that even stars have limits. As we continue, let's hear from eyewitnesses who were in the studio that day, sharing untold details of the aftermath. One audience member recalled the silence after Hardy left, broken only by Kelly's nervous chuckle. Producers debated airing a rerun but opted for transparency. Social media sleuths uncovered old clips of Hardy's tense interviews, compiling montages. The incident even inspired memes, with Hardy's exit photoshopped into historical events. Ultimately, it humanized both. Hardy as vulnerable, Kelly as resilient. Stay with us for more revelations in this unfolding drama. Now, let's unpack the reactions to Tom Hardy's dramatic exit from Lorraine Kelly's show, a moment that divided the internet and sparked endless debates. Immediately after the broadcast, X, formerly Twitter, lit up with hashtags like #TomHardyMeltdown and #SupportLorraine trending worldwide. Celebrities weighed in. Russell Crowe tweeted support for Hardy, saying interviews can be tough, while Piers Morgan slammed him as unprofessional. Kelly's fans flooded her Instagram with hearts and messages, praising her grace under fire. Hardy's die-hard followers defended him fiercely, pointing to his advocacy for mental health and arguing that personal questions were off-limits. Media outlets feasted on the story. The Sun ran a front-page splash with exclusive photos of Hardy leaving the studio, looking stormy. BBC News analyzed it as a sign of changing celebrity media dynamics. Talk shows like The View discussed it, with hosts sharing their own nightmare guest stories. In the U.S., late-night comedians like Jimmy Fallon parodied The Clash, exaggerating Hardy's brooding persona. But beneath the humor lay serious conversations about consent in interviews. Hardy, who has spoken about his anxiety disorders, became a symbol for boundaries. Kelly, in her follow-up episode, addressed it head-on. "Tom's a brilliant actor, and I respect his privacy. Let's move on with positivity." Her ratings spiked 30%, proving no such thing as bad publicity. Hardy's team managed damage control masterfully. He appeared on a podcast days later, explaining he felt ambushed and regretted his reaction. Apologies were exchanged privately, sources say, but publicly, the rift lingered. Fan petitions emerged, one to boycott Lorraine, another to have Hardy return for redemption. The video clip amassed over 50 million views on YouTube, spawning reaction videos and deep dives. Psychologists opined on live TV, suggesting Hardy's response was a fight-or-flight trigger. Kelly's producers reviewed question protocols, vowing more sensitivity. This incident paralleled others, like Tom Cruise's Oprah couch jump or Mel Gibson's rants, but with a modern twist: instant virality. Economically, it boosted both careers. Hardy's film tickets sold out previews, Kelly landed sponsorships. Yet, personal tolls. Hardy reportedly sought therapy. Kelly faced online trolls. As weeks passed, the story evolved. Leaked emails hinted at pre-interview agreements ignored. Hardy mentioned in an interview that he warned against personal probes. Kelly's side countered that questions were standard. Conspiracy theorists claimed it was orchestrated for buzz, citing similar clashes on other shows. But evidence points to genuine friction. Eyewitness accounts from crew describe a hushed set post-walkout, with Kelly reassuring everyone. Hardy's abrupt departure left his publicists scrambling for statements. In retrospect, it highlighted the performative nature of promoters as stars as products, hosts as sellers. The Meltdown became teaching material in media studies classes. Fast forward to awards season. Hardy won a BAFTA, thanking supporters in his speech without mentioning the incident. Kelly hosted the after-party coverage. All smiles. Reconciliation rumors swirled when they were spotted at a charity event, chatting amicably. Did they bury the hatchet? Insiders say yes. Over tea no less. This chapter closed, but its legacy endures. A wake-up call for empathy and entertainment. As we delve further, consider the broader implications. How such moments shape public perception. Hardy's image shifted from enigmatic to explosive, yet fans loved the authenticity. Kelly emerged stronger, her show a staple. The internet's role amplified everything, turning a 30-second clip into a cultural phenomenon. Memes, edits, and fan art proliferated. Ultimately, what really happened was a collision of personalities under bright lights, reminding us celebrities are human too. Join us as we explore alternative angles in the next part, shifting focus to the behind-the-scenes intricacies of the Tom Hardy-Lorraine Kelly confrontation. Let's reveal what the cameras didn't capture. Pre-show, Hardy's handler explicitly requested no questions about his family or past issues, a common stipulation for him. Kelly's team acknowledged but perhaps overlooked it in the rush of live prep. In the makeup room, Hardy was quiet, scrolling his phone, while Kelly rehearsed nearby. The green room buzzed with anticipation. Guests like a cooking demo chef mingled. When the segment started, technical glitches delayed by minutes, heightening nerves. Hardy's mic pack itched, adding to his discomfort. As Kelly delved into sensitive territory, off-camera producers gestured wildly to change topics, but signals went unnoticed. Hardy's exit wasn't just a walk-off. He paused in the wings, arguing with a floor manager about respect. Security intervened not to boot him aggressively but to shield from pursuing cameras. Outside, paparazzi swarmed, capturing his stern expression as he entered a black SUV. Back in the studio, Kelly ad-libbed seamlessly, transitioning to a pet segment. Her composure impressed colleagues, who later toasted her in the canteen. Hardy's drive to his hotel was silent, his mind racing. He called his wife first, venting frustrations. Publicists convened emergency meetings, crafting narratives. By noon, the clip was everywhere. News apps pushed notifications. ITV's legal team reviewed for liabilities, finding none. Kelly lunched with friends, laughing it off as one for the books. Hardy's apology came via email that evening, which Kelly accepted warmly, but the media storm brewed. Tabloids offered exclusives to insiders. One anonymous crew member sold a story claiming Hardy swore profusely backstage, denied by others. Video enhancements revealed subtle cues: Hardy's tapping foot, Kelly's forced smile. Body language pros noted defensive postures. The incident prompted ITV to update guest guidelines, mandating clearer boundaries. Hardy's camp used it to pivot publicity toward his advocacy work. Fan communities dissected every frame, theorizing hidden meanings. Some spotted a crew member smirk, fueling set-up claims. But investigations found no evidence of staging. Kelly's ratings boon led to contract extensions. Hardy's film promo adjusted, favoring print over TV. Months on, both reflected. Hardy in the GQ interview admitted vulnerability. Kelly on her show shared lessons learned. The Meltdown inspired a satirical skit on SNL, with impressions nailing their accents. Culturally, it sparked essays on toxic masculinity and media ethics. Hardy's supporters organized fundraisers in his name. Kelly's book sales surged with her memoir update. What if scenarios abound? If Kelly pivoted sooner, or Hardy stayed calm. Hindsight shows miscommunication at core. Leaked rehearsal notes confirmed questions were vetted, but live energy altered dynamics. Post-event, Hardy meditated more. Kelly practiced mindfulness. Their paths crossed at a premiere. A nod, a smile, no words needed. This resilience defines showbiz. As fallout faded, legacies intact, the story became lore. Podcasters retold it, adding twists. Viewers craved authenticity, boosting unfiltered content. Ultimately, the booting was metaphorical and no literal ejection, just a hasty exit. Security logs confirm escort for safety. Paparazzi photos sold for thousands. In wrapping this segment, ponder, was it Meltdown or stand for privacy? Hardy's actions resonated with many facing intrusion. Kelly's handling exemplified professionalism. Together, they unwittingly advanced dialogue on mental health in media. Stay engaged as we cover public apologies and long-term effects next. The saga's ripples extended to policy changes in broadcasting. Hardy's experience encouraged peers to set firmer limits. Kelly's show evolved, incorporating guest comfort segments, a win-win from chaos. Exploring the long-term repercussions of Tom Hardy's on-air clash with Lorraine Kelly, we see how one moment altered trajectories. For Hardy, the incident initially dented his promo efforts, with some outlets hesitant to book him, but it backfired positively as realness endeared him to fans, boosting streaming numbers for his back catalog. Critics praised his candor, awarding him a People's Choice nod. Personally, it prompted deeper therapy dives, strengthening his marriage. Kelly, conversely, saw her profile elevate. Invitations to speak at conferences on media resilience poured in. Her show introduced open hearts segments, fostering honest but respectful talks. ITV capitalized, airing specials on celebrity pressures. The duo's indirect impact, industry-wide workshops on interview etiquette. Hardy's apology tour included charitable donations, aligning with his causes. Kelly's response video garnered empathy awards. Socially, #Boundaries Matter trended, empowering individuals against overreach. Media scholars cited it in papers on live TV volatility. Hardy's career soared with a Marvel role announcement, overshadowing the blip. Kelly hosted royals, her status unassailable. Rumors of a joint appearance fizzled, but mutual respect grew. Fan art depicted them as superheroes clashing then uniting. Documentaries revisited, interviewing participants. What really happened? A perfect storm of fatigue, misjudgment, and pressure. Lessons: communication key, empathy essential. Hardy's post-incident interviews revealed growth. Kelly's blogs shared wisdom,